This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Goosebumps, heebie-jeebies, the chills. A pretty common human experience. There's a ton of things in life that induce that feeling. Something really creepy and unexplainable, ASMR, cold temperatures, and sometimes, just sometimes, art. In fact, this feeling is so common, there's a freaking song about it.
I get those goosebumps every time.
I've always thought that this is just one of those random, unexplained things that you have to accept don't have an answer, like deja vu or how eels reproduce. But turns out this phenomenon actually has a name, musical frisson. It's French for shiver, and there's actually a lot to it. These moments feel physical, like the music has broken through the audio realm and transferred into your body magic school bus style. But the big question is, why does this happen? How can music, a bunch of organized sounds, literally cause a reaction in our skin? Well, lucky for you, I actually just got my degree in over-explaining nuanced music-related terms, so I can actually answer that. When someone says they got the chills, it usually means they got goosebumps, a shiver, maybe even a lump in their throat. It's reported that about half to 3/4 of everyone experiences this from listening to music. So I guess if you're part of that last fourth, you're probably pretty confused right now. Just stick around, everything will make sense. Sometimes it's a big and cinematic moment, like in Bohemian Rhapsody, when that operatic section hits and you're vibrating along with it. Other times, it's a small, tiny moment, like a subtle voice crack, that just makes your hair stand up when you hear it. But it's not just about the volume or the drama. It's moments that feel vulnerable, intimate, or completely unexpected. It's like your brain is noticing something important there, even if you can't explain why. And sometimes the chills are so fleeting that you barely even notice them. It's just a flash of goosebumps as the song shifts,
A little tingle down your spine.
but the effect is the same. It might feel random, but your brain is doing something really specific. It's recognizing patterns, anticipating what comes next, and then suddenly being rewarded when the music does something clever, surprising, or shockingly emotional. So what is actually going on in your brain when you get the chills? Well, scientists have actually studied this, and turns out chills line up with a rush of dopamine, same chemical your brain releases when you eat something tasty, see someone you love, and apparently listen to an amazing song. Your brain hears the music and basically goes, I like this is good, tell them this is good. And it lights up the same circuits that fire when you experience other pleasurable things. But interestingly enough, this doesn't just happen every time you hear a really good song. I mean, that would be crazy and probably not very enjoyable after a while. It only really tends to happen when music subverts your brain's expectations. Might be a chord change a little too early or too late. The melody might bend in a weird way, or an especially human sounding vocal. Take this completely original song from the Shrek soundtrack.
Goes like this, the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift.
I don't know about you, but this song was one of the first times I ever remember feeling this sensation. I've also felt it in a lot of electronic music, namely Sad Machine by Porter Robinson. That moment everything cuts out but the vocals right before the drop. God. It's like when a roller coaster almost goes over the edge and then stops at the last second. Instant dopamine. And it's not just big, flashy moments either. Sometimes it's barely noticeable. Maybe a singer holds a note for just a tiny bit longer than you expect. A surprise little instrument sneaks in, but your brain notices that deviation from the normal pattern and goes, oh, this is special. This is what makes music a human thing. It's essentially your brain rewarding you for paying attention, for recognizing something clever or distinctly emotional in the sound. And speaking of things that defy expectations in a good way, today's video is sponsored by Squarespace. Take it away, future me. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or already scaling your business, Squarespace gives you everything you need to claim your domain, show off with a professional website, grow your brand, and get paid all in one place. I actually worked in web design before doing this, and I hated it. So when I need to make a website now, I need it to be as simple as possible, and Squarespace does exactly that. With Squarespace's collection of cutting-edge design tools, it's so easy to build a bespoke online presence that perfectly fits your brand or business. They offer a complete library of professionally designed website templates with tons of options for every use and category. Doesn't matter where you start, your website is flexible to your needs. Intuitive drag and drop editing, great styling options, unrivaled visual effects, and more ways to list what you offer, no experience needed. Once you have that website made, you're gonna want people to see it, and thankfully that's pretty pretty easy with Squarespace's SEO tools. Every website is optimized to be indexed with meta descriptions, an auto-generated sitemap, and more, so you'll show up more often on search engines and bring in more of your ideal customers and traffic to your site. Head to squarespace.com/blustre to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain using code blustre. And back to the video. But it's not just about recognizing patterns. Well, I mean, in a way, everything in life is recognizing patterns, but the strongest chills will usually come from my favorite Carly Rae Jepsen album, Emotion. A sound or a lyric that just completely resonates with you, unearthing something in your psyche you forgot was even there. Stuff like this part in Shake It Out by Florence and the Machine. Those massive soaring vocals, they're so intense you can feel every emotion through the song. There's quite a few moments in Radiohead songs that will do this too. These delicate, intimate moments that feel especially human. It's a big thing that drew me to the band in the first place, just how much raw emotion so much of their music could evoke in me. Doesn't have to be sadness though. Some stuff will do this through pure awe. Beyonce in Halo, when the chorus lifts for the first time. Or Wake Up by Arcade Fire, when that huge swell of vocals comes in. And it's very specific musical moments that will kind of trigger these chill-inducing feelings. A few of the main ones are the build, a slow crescendo that finally explodes, feeling like it swallows up the entire track. A key change is a big one that does it for me personally. A pretty simple thing to pull off, but when it's done well and that chorus hits one last time in another key, it's like it was already at its peak and it just blasted through. Silence is another key one. It's pretty rare in music, so when everything stops, it does tend to catch you off guard and feel pretty important. There's also unexpected harmony shifts when the chord progression suddenly veers off track into a place you don't know how to keep up with. Then there's vocals, either really raw or straining ones, maybe a mistake they decided to keep in, or big group vocals, big choirs, chants. Can hit really hard after a good build-up. These are all common patterns that, when done in the right way on the right song, is like a perfect formula for chills. Now, science, emotion, YouTube videos, none of this matters if you've never experienced this beautiful part of life. Not everyone experiences musical frisson. Like I said in the beginning, there is that lonely percentage of humans that cannot relate to anything I've said in this video, and if you're one of those and made it this far, thank you. I can't imagine this has been very helpful for you. Now, there haven't been a ton of experiments with this, but there have been some, and what they found was that the subjects that experienced getting the chills from music had much bigger brains. They were just legitimately more enhanced humans. I'm just kidding. But what they found was that they do have very different brains. The subjects that experienced this frisson had way more fibers connecting the auditory section of the brain to the part that processes emotion. Another test reported that it was a marker of someone's openness to experience and that it correlated to people with high creativity. Whatever the reason, not experiencing this phenomenon does not make you less of a person, except for in like a literal way. I guess you are kind of a tiny bit less by a couple fibers. Doesn't matter though, and I still feel like if you heard the right song that resonated with you specifically, I think you could get some chills, or just listen to ASMR. That's the video. Let me know in the comments what songs give you the chills, or if you are one of the sad, lonely people that have never gotten them. Join the Discord if you want to. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, feel free to leave a like, and if you really like the video, hit the subscribe button. Bye.